Hi, friends of Lotus and the Light. Welcome back. Today I am going to do a video on meditation. Uh, and I actually just finished another video and I just felt inspired to just do a short video on a little meditation that we can do together. So hopefully you're not driving. But even if you are driving, I would not participate, but I would listen to just learn and understand. Again, I feel like the collective that this is reaching is a group of people who perhaps are at the beginning of their journey of learning some of these methods. So just want to dispel some myths. Anybody that knows me would tell you that I was probably at an extreme end of the ADD spectrum. So my ability to focus in the past was very limited. And so this journey over the last, I would say, 11 months, where I have really learned how to embrace uh, um, meditation, it's just exploded my world. It has exploded my connection with God in a way that I believe Jesus demonstrated over and over and over. Yet, for over 20 years in my Christian faith journey, 25, how many years? I started my faith journey when I was about 18, like legitimately um, into the faith when I was about 18. So over 20 years now, I'm getting ready to turn 50. I spent many, many, many years and much, much, much time in prayer, in just time alone with the Lord, tons of time. And I've never had the experience that I've had over the last year as I've learned how to meditate. But I know that that is a word that evokes fear in people because people think meditation is all about shutting everything off, shutting the mind off. But I'm here to dispel that myth. At least my philosophy is that we are energy, and energy doesn't just turn off, right? So it's not about shutting off the mind. It's about redirecting our attention to something else. And here's what happens with energy. Energy attracts more energy and it builds a momentum, right? That makes sense. So if we turn our attention, AKA energy, away from the mind to something else, then the energy of the mind loses momentum because it's not being fed into. And when it loses momentum, it slows down. Does it shut off? Of course not. Or I guess if you speak to uh, some that have been practicing meditation for many, many, many years and are much better at it than I am. I don't know. Maybe they say they can turn it off, but I'm saying from a scientific perspective, I don't think it turns off. I think it turns down. And that's what we're trying to do is we're trying to tap in, tune into something else. And there's many ways that you can do it. I'm showing you one way. I think I've even mentioned before the idea of doing body scans through meditation, the idea of just listening, especially if you're in nature, just listening, just putting your attention on the sounds of nature. So today we're just going to focus on breathing and focusing our attention to our breath. Breath work is so important, and I guarantee you that I want to say it doesn't matter how long you do it. It's a matter of building consistency. So I would say, even if you're only doing it, I'd rather you do it 2 minutes a day, every day, than do it for 30 minutes one day a week. 2 minutes a day, every day. And then you'll know when you're ready to up that 2 minutes. Actually, you'll want to. And don't pressure yourself. Don't measure yourself up against anyone else's timeline. You may do it for 2 minutes for a week and be ready to move on. And you may do it for 2 minutes a day for a month and still feel like 2 minutes still feels right for me. That's fine. Don't judge it. Don't judge it. This is one of the hardest things for us as humans that have grown up in this society, in this culture. We're constantly judging everything. Do not judge it. It is what it is. Okay, so what I want to do though, before we jump into this meditation, and you can see how much energy I've got right now, right? So you know, if I can do this, you can do this. Okay, so what I want to do first is I want you to take a minute, and not a full minute, we'll take a few seconds, to just Acknowledge how you feel in this moment, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Just scan your body, so to speak. Like, how do I feel in my headspace? How do I feel in, where am I holding tension? Where am I hurting? How do I feel emotionally? Am I happy? What emotions am I feeling? Am I happy? Am I sad? Am I feeling pain in my back? Am I whatever? So just take a second. I'm just going to pause and be quiet for a second. Take a second and do a physical, emotional, and spiritual assessment. Okay. Hopefully you've had enough time to get a general sense of how you feel. And the purpose of this assessment is just so that after we finish this meditative experience, you can compare and contrast. How do I feel now? How did I feel before? Okay. So that was the goal. Um, And then now we're just going to take a few minutes. Actually, I might set a timer. Let's be intentional about this. So we're going to take a few minutes. And there are times when I'm meditating and I'm specifically meditating and calling in spirit and trying to connect to spirit. Like I set intentions before my meditation of what I'm trying to do. Um, or to connect with my spirit guides or connect with ancestors, or maybe I'm just doing it for rest and recovery, or, so I try to set some intentions. So I just want to set the intention that this meditation is simply for the purpose of our training ourselves to move our attention away from our mind to something else so that we can calm and quiet our mind. Now, do not feel bad when you realize, because you might not even realize it, but you're going to focus on your breathing. And then all of a sudden, you're going to start thinking and you're going to start being up here in your head and you're not even going to realize it. That could happen many, many, many times throughout the few minutes I'm going to set here. Do not judge it. Do not judge it. When that happens and you catch it, say, oops, I'm thinking, let it pass. Let it pass. So we're not going to engage the thought because that's going to give it energy and keep it going. But we're also not going to try to push it away, because pushing it away means it's going to just creep back in at a different time. Okay. We're just going to let it pass like a cloud in the sky. Okay. So don't resist, but don't encourage those thoughts. All right. I'm going to do a timer for 2 minutes. We can do this for 2 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes, guys. Ready? Close your eyes. Now I always start with one. Actually, sorry, I'm gonna stop the timer because I want to say one more thing. I want to start this meditation with the deep breathing, like we do before we start the Lotus and Light messages and channeling from spirit. So we're going to do that deep breath once or twice, however many times you think you need to do it, but that is not what we want to continue to do in the meditation. Once we enter into the meditation, we are just going to go back to our normal breathing. You don't want to try to control that breathing. You just want to bring your attention to it. Okay. So apologies. Let's get started again. Let's actually take our deep breaths. We are going to invite spirit into this experience. We're going to ask spirit of divine love and light to join us in this meditative experience, to help guide us, to help keep us on our moving towards our intention. As you breathe out, we're going to take one more deep breath. As you're breathing out, I want you to think of breathing in love and light, breathing out tension, breathing out doubt, breathing out worry. Okay, so one more time. Okay, and with that, let me get my timer back on. 2 minutes. I just want you to go back to normal breathing, and I want you to just focus on that breathing, nothing else. Just listen, just feel. If you've drifted into a thought, pull yourself back to your breath. No judgment. If you're new to this, you may be falling into streams of thought very frequently. So, another opportunity, if you are falling into thought, to redirect back to your breath. What does your breath sound like? Is it heavy? Is it light? Don't try to change it, just notice. Ooh, that was quick. That startled me even. I don't know if it startled you, but that was quick. How did that feel? Okay, now take a minute, not a full minute, but take a few seconds and just feel how you feel and notice how you might feel different. It could be emotionally, could be energetically, it could be physically. So just do a scan again of your body, of your emotions, and sense how you feel different. Interestingly, I'm actually picking up on um, some of your anxious energy. So I don't know if some of you are still feeling anxious about it. That's what I'm picking up on that I don't think that is all of you, but I do think there's some of you that are still feeling anxious about that. So that was a very short amount of time. And here's what I would suggest. Try that every day. Hopefully most of you felt something different. And when I say different, I mean different in a positive way. Um, but whatever you're feeling, because even in the midst of the meditation, you might start to feel discomfort. It might be physical discomfort. It might be emotional discomfort. Even though you're not focusing on an emotion, the energy might be there. Or you might start feeling emotions of pleasure or emotions of, whatever. The objective is to not, is to just sit in it, if you will, and focus on your breathing. Let whatever's going to pass, pass. Let the thoughts that come in and out pass. Let the feelings that come in and out pass. If it's pain, for example, if you start feeling physical pain, your instinct is going to be to like, oh, I've got to move because it hurts. And now I can't focus on anything but the pain. Try focusing on the breath instead and just sitting in the pain. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but the best way, the best way to alleviate pain is to work through the pain. Oftentimes, if you move, you're just going to find you're in pain again, or maybe even in worse pain after you readjust. But if it's creating too much of a distraction, then move, right? That means that, okay, you're not going to get out of it what you need. So then move. And don't judge it. It is what it is. Okay. So be graceful with yourself. Allow yourself the room to do what you need to do. I do it with itches all of the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I've got an itch. Can I breathe through it? Can I meditate through it? Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Sometimes it's like, oh, it's just getting me. Okay, it's okay. But what's going to happen is, let's say in this 2-minute session, your attention was diverted into thought. If you're new at this, your attention was probably diverted into thought a minute and 50 seconds out of that 2 minutes. I mean, let's be real, right? So maybe your attention was diverted 10 times, but you do this exercise every day. I bet by the end of the week, your attention's only diverted 5 times. And then maybe by the end of next week, your attention's only diverted 2 times. And then maybe you say, I think I can take this to 3 minutes. And don't uh don't challenge yourself to do that if there's not benefit in it. Although I 100% guarantee there will be benefit in it. It's what we're meant to do. But what I'm saying is, don't do this out of some obligation. Do this because it's creating something in you. It's creating healing. It's creating peace, right? Don't be motivated by external factors. Be motivated by internal factors. Okay. I am going to close this out with a card, and I'm really excited because I feel like I need to close you out with a new deck. This is not a new deck to me, but it's a new deck to you. It is my Light Code Apothecary. It says a practical tool for maintaining your light even in the dark. And so the reason I'm calling upon this is that as we learn to meditate, it it develops our ability to shine light on the darkest parts of our lives. And once we bring light to something in our shadows, it no longer has power over us. It allows us to release the fear and embrace the beauty of whatever that thing is that we've been afraid of, that's hovering in the dark over in that corner, right? So as you begin this meditation journey, just know that you're gonna be developing the skills to remove fear from your life, to bring light to the darkness. It's going to be wonderful. There's a crap ton of cards in this deck, so trusting that spirit is going to give us the exact message to seal the deal here today, the exact message that we need to encourage us in this journey of, oh, one popped up, in this journey of meditation. Okay, it's the hopefully I pronounced this right. Toroidal tree. Explore pathways of light, branches of light. Sorry, let me say it again. Explore pathways of light, branches to roots, ideas made manifest. There it is. Okay, and I'm going to get my book here. It's a number 54. That breaks down to a 9. A 9 is about manifesting the rewards of your efforts. It's like you've put time and energy into something, and now all of a sudden you're really reaping the fruits of that labor. And so as we work into this, dig deeper into this journey of quieting our mind and opening our heart, the fruits of that are enormous. Again, like I was mentioning before, the ability to put fears to rest, which adds more peace to your life. I mean, it's just, you will blossom. I promise you, you will blossom. Now I got to stop talking so I can find it's card number 54, so close to the back of the book. This is a big book, and these are long, like multi-page. I will say this is the downside of this deck. I am not going to read this full thing to you, because you can see it's this page all the way to this page. So I'm going to, and I don't believe I've had this card before, so I'm just going to trust my instinct here to find the portions that need to be read. Be inspired by the symbolism, and you'll see that the tree is right here. It's kind of hard. I don't know how well this focuses in. Be inspired by the symbolism of the tree, with its branches upstretched to the heavens and its roots deep in the earth. I mean, that is the essence of who we are. Our energy stretches, our soul, it stretches up into the heavens, but we are human and we need to be deeply rooted into this earth. We really do. Imagining yourself in the center. To be a pioneering visionary, we must know how to ground what we see and feel in the physical, bringing ideas into reality, heaven on earth, the unmanifest into the manifest. This card signifies the bridging of heaven and earth, sky and land, the grounding or anchoring of the etheric into the physical. I'm actually, it's funny, I'm actually getting like, spirit is really in me right now. I'm getting the woozies. So I'm actually, as I'm reading this, trying to ground. I'm trying to vision roots growing out of my root chakra, growing out of my feet, and rooting me right into the earth, into the physical. When you feel that, when you feel the little lightheaded tinglies as you explore, which will happen as you start exploring deeper and deeper into the spiritual realm, um, you have to ground yourself. You have to ground yourself, or you start getting a little lightheaded. Apologies. Let me get back in this. This card signifies the bridging of heaven and earth, sky and land, the grounding or anchoring of the etheric into the physical. It represents ideas and dreams and how to turn them into reality with you as the bridge. You are encouraged to deepen your wisdom of how to be the connector between two realms. This card inspires us with the image of a tree as a toroidal field. I think it's a toroidal field with its branches reaching up to the sky and its roots deep in the earth. A toroidal field is a donut-shaped flow of energy that is made up of two magnetic poles, north and south. Energy moves up and out and then returns back to the hollow center in 360 degrees of circular motion. The toroidal field is said to define the workings of the consciousness existing around everything, people, trees, the earth, the sun, and the universe. If we were to envision a toroidal field around our body, our chakra system is said to be located in the center. The toroidal field is also referred to as the central channel, with its outer aspects relating to our aura or surrounding energy field. I am going to read this whole thing. I just feel like I need to. In moments when you find you are out of your center, you can connect with this image of a tree inside a toroidal field. So this could be something you meditate on. You could meditate, you could pause this video and just meditate on this image. Or you can visualize it in your mind's eye as well. This says you can also, okay, this is going to get into some meditation here. In moments where you find you're out of your center, you can connect with this image of a tree inside a toroidal field. You can also use your breath to envision energy moving down through your energy field as if your meridians are being cleared with bright white light from the very tips of your branches all the way through your body and out through your roots. You can use this visualization when you wish to receive wisdom on how to anchor an idea that is currently in its idea form. Each time you feel a surge of energy move through your body and gift it to the earth to be recycled back into the infinite, allow this extra life force to open you up to receive wisdom from the universe that will help activate, inspire, and anchor your idea into the physical. So again, remember, this is a number 9 card. It's about realizing the fruits of your efforts. And so this is giving you some practical steps of how to invite spirit in to help you in the realization of those ideas and the realization of those desires. You can also, oh, sorry, I will stop there. This is referring to other cards in the book. Okay, so there you have it. The toroidal tree, activating our connection to God, connection to the universe, connection to nature, all that is, and allowing that energy to enlighten us. Thank you so much for this time. I hope you have found this valuable. If you enjoy these videos, please like, please subscribe. Please comment. Tell me what you want to see more of. Thank you. Peace out.